Hi students, welcome to Vidyanagar online classes. As you all know, in our previous class, we have discussed about air pollution. We have also discussed about the causes of air pollution and we have discussed the case study of the Taj Mahal. Today, first of all, we are going to discuss about greenhouse effect. Before discussing it further, you look here. As you can see here, the sun's heat is coming inside the house. Then what happens? Due to the sun's radiation, the house is completely heated. The house is completely heated due to the sun's radiation. But when these radiations wants to go back, they are not able to go back. This means that the sun's radiations has been trapped by the greenhouse. The sun's radiations has been trapped by the greenhouse. So greenhouse effect is nothing but simply the trapping of the sun's radiations by the gases present here. Okay. Now you may be thinking how this concept of greenhouse came. Actually, in colder regions, plants do not grow easily. Why? Because they do not get enough sunlight and warmth. So they are kept in the greenhouse. And what is the property of the greenhouse? As I have told you, it allows the sun's radiations to come in, but it does not allow the sun's radiations to go back. So if the sun's radiations has come in, that means the plants will get enough sunlight and warmth, and it helps in the growing of the plants. So this is the concept of greenhouse. Now how this greenhouse effect works with us? You all know that the atmosphere of the earth is the blanket of the gases, is the layer of the gases. Out of these gases, some of the gases are those gases which trap the radiations of the sun. Okay, and these gases are known as greenhouse gases. What are they called? They are called as greenhouse gases. What they do? They trap the sun's radiation. Okay? Now I am telling you some of the greenhouse gases. One is methane. This is greenhouse gas. Then, yes, nitrous oxide. This is also greenhouse gas. Then water vapor and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, which is CO2. So these are greenhouse gases, and out of these gases, CO2 is major one. Okay. So now can you tell me what actually is a greenhouse effect? Yes, greenhouse effect is the process by which radiations from the sun are absorbed by greenhouse gases and are not reflected back into the space. Okay? And I have already told you out of the greenhouse gases which is the major one. Yes, CO2 is the major one. Carbon dioxide is the major one. And you know that CO2 is one of the main components of the air. But if there is excess of CO2, then it will act as pollutants. And you know that due to certain human activities, CO2 is continuously being released. Like from factories, from burning of coal, combustion and all, from certain human activities, CO2 is continuously released. And on the other hand, we are cutting down the plants. And what plants do? They utilize CO2 from atmosphere for photosynthesis. And due to deforestation also, the amount of CO2 is increasing in the air. The amount of CO2 is increasing in the air. And you know that CO2 is a greenhouse gas. CO2 is a greenhouse gas. It traps the heat and it does not allow the heat to escape into the space. And as a result, the temperature of the Earth's atmosphere, the average temperature of the Earth's atmosphere is increasing. And this is called global warming. What it is called? It is called global warming. So what is global warming? Yes, it is the increase of Earth's average surface temperature due to the effect of greenhouse gases. Okay, and this global warming has become a very serious issue, and it has become a major concern for the governments worldwide. Many countries have reached an agreement to reduce the emission of greenhouse gases, and one such agreement is Kyoto Protocol. Understood? Now let us discuss what are the effects of global warming. So if the temperature continues to rise, it will lead to rise in sea level, because the glaciers and the ice cap, they will partially melt. Even the Gangotri glacier in the Himalayas start melting due to global warming. So it is one of the effects of global warming, that is rise in sea level. Then global warming also has an effect on rainfall patterns. It also affects rainfall patterns. Then it also has an effect on agriculture, plants and animals. So these are the effects of global warming. And a recent climate change report has given us the limited time to keep the greenhouse gases at the present level. Otherwise, the temperature may rise by more than 2 degrees Celsius by the end of this century. Now let us discuss what can be done to reduce air pollution. There are various success stories in our fight on air pollution. For example, a few years ago, Delhi was one of the most polluted cities in the world. It was being choked by the fumes released from automobiles running on petrol and diesel. Then a decision was taken to switch over to the cleaner fuels like CNG, LPG and all. What is CNG? Compressed natural gas. LPG? Liquefied petroleum gas. So a decision was taken to switch over to CNG, LPG and unleaded petrol. And as a result, it resulted in the cleaner air of the city. So we can switch over to the fuels like CNG, LPG and unleaded petrol. It will surely help in reducing air pollution. Okay. Then we have to generate awareness among people about air pollution. We have to generate awareness among people about the consequences of air pollution, the effects of air pollution. It can also help in reducing air pollution. Okay. Then we have to switch over to alternative fuels. What are the alternative fuels? Like solar energy, wind energy, hydropower, etc. So we have to switch over to the alternative fuels instead of fossil fuels. It will also help in reducing air pollution. Okay. Then we can plant more and more trees. It is one of the best way to reduce air pollution. Okay. Then have you heard about One Mahotsav? Yes, it means the festival of forest. It was started in the year 1950. It is actually the annual 1 week festival. It is celebrated in the first week of July, and lakhs of trees are planted during the first week of July. So it can also help in reducing air pollution. Okay. So these are some simple ways to reduce air pollution. I hope you understood it. So what all topics we have discussed today? Yes. First of all, we have discussed about greenhouse effect. Then we have discussed about global warming. We have also discussed the effects of global warming. And finally, we have discussed the ways to reduce air pollution. Okay. So that's all in today's class. Thank you.